Hi, my love. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. This is going to be your mini tarot reading. We're going to be looking at the dynamics of your past families, things that you've gone through. So without giving out too much information, it's just you've had some experiences in your past that you kind of want to see how you can heal from. So this is more so like a healing reading for you. Because of the nature of the question, I'm going to be working with the Bohemian Gothic Tarot, the Silver Edition. I feel like this deck is like, it's perfect for when we're dealing with the shadow aspect, which is like just some negatives in our life, things that hurt us in the past, which is, you know, what you were talking about. And I feel like we want to just kind of shed some light on that. So I'm going to be reading with the Bohemian Gothic Tarot Silver Edition. And then I'm also going to be pulling some cards from the Good Tarot and probably the Psychic Tarot. I have those decks here with me. I have other decks on the table, but I'm going to work with what I have here. Okay. So first off, let's just pull on the energy of the situation so I can kind of see what's coming up for you. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Judgment card, the Emperor. Okay, my love, so first things first, Emperor card is making me feel like a masculine energy. So this could be father, grandfather, brother, some male dynamics in your past, okay? And that's the first thing that I'm sensing, is that this was male family members, okay? Or it registers as your difficulty with maybe trusting or dealing or being around masculine energy in the present, okay? So that's also what I'm going to say. The other thing that I'm sensing here is the Ten of Swords with the Judgment card. You hold so much space of, you take ownership. It's like you are the one that will take the blame. You are holding so much of the judgment, the judgments that should be placed on other people. It's almost like you're holding that space for them. You are harboring some of the shit that they should be dealing with. Does that make sense? It's almost like you are holding yourself guilty, and we need to set you free from that. That's the first thing that I'm sensing here with this. That Judgment card coming up at the core of your reading really makes me feel like you place harsh judgments on yourself. You will put all of the blame on you. And like I said, I feel like you harbor so much that you shouldn't have to. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is my card for community or my card for family. Okay, so definitely with the family dynamic. And we have the Five of Swords, which is problematic. It is a lot of conflicts. It's not wanting to cause a rift in the family. So maybe you have harbored a lot of this stuff because you don't want to cause drama. You don't want to start up stuff. You don't want to have to dig into the past. You want to just kind of let it disappear. And maybe that was your mindset growing up. You were like, I just want this to go away. So maybe by accepting it and allowing myself to take the guilt for it, it'll go away. And you will since learn, I'm sure you have since learned, that that doesn't happen. And then the Justice card. So this is telling me that the family members or whoever was involved, there will be justice, okay? So justice will be served on this part. This could be figuratively, like this could be like literally, or this could be just on an emotional level. They've already, or they will start feeling remorse for what happened, for what took place. That is a crazy... it's a crazy feeling that I'm getting. It's just kind of like they're going to start to see the error in their ways. They're going to start having remorse and feeling shit for what they did. But again, I feel like there's like pride on their part. Like they don't want to confess or they don't want to come forward. And it's pretty much you've been the one to hold space for it. It's like you will hold space for everything when it's not your fault. So the Good Tarot is the energy more so of, like, to me, childhood energy. It's very fairy tale like. So this deck I want to pull with the intentions of how do you heal from these childhood experiences. Because, like, the Gothic Tarot is like the dark. This is your present. So this is telling me what your mind is going through right now. So the Good Tarot is, let's pull this with the intention of how do you heal? How do you begin the healing process with these childhood experiences? The King of Water. Again, very masculine energy right there. The Four of Air, the Four of Swords. And the Star. Oh my gosh, these cards are just singing to you, my love. The card at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. You have to go through your moment of being uncomfortable. And it's raining. I can hear the rain outside, so that's symbol to me. That's a symbol. That is a sign to me. Rain is purification. Rain is release. It's crying. It's the tears. It's the King of Water. It is allowing yourself to let these emotions flow. So I'm taking that to notice the rain right now as a sign. So the first step into healing, my love, is allowing the emotions to flow. You got to get it out. There is some way for you to release it. So writing it down, thinking about it, talking about it. But I would say probably the best way is to write it down. Just do some automatic writing. Don't even think, just write. It doesn't have to make sense, and then it will make sense. You know what I mean? And get it out. And as you are in the process of writing, allow yourself to cry. If you feel like crying, if you feel like screaming, if you feel like, breaking something, go through those emotions. Allow yourself to feel. The Four of Air, this is the process of death. So Four of Swords it's looked at as a process of death, meditation, taking time, patience to take a step back. So when you're in the mode of healing, you have to be kind of silencing your thoughts. You got to sit with it. So I feel like once you go through the process of purging, the next process is meditation, quieting your soul and really kind of asking your higher self, or maybe taking a stroll down memory lane. Maybe, in your meditative state, you can go back into the past and talk to the childhood version of yourself and forgive yourself, forgive yourself for harboring this stuff for so long. Okay. And then the next process, which we see, is the Star, which is the healing process. Okay. And the Star card is being vulnerable. You have to be 100% stripped of your everything. You are who you are at the core. Okay. When the Star card comes up, that is who you are at the core, without any clothes on, without any makeup, and without any layers. You are literally stripping yourself bare to be 100% vulnerable in this situation and in this space. So that's what you got to do. That is like the process of cleansing. The Tower card coming up as your fear card it's understandable. You got to crumble before you can rebuild. So perhaps all of this holding space that I was like sensing with this deck, holding space is because you're afraid of crumbling. You were afraid of this process of everything falling apart. And sometimes this has to happen. Okay. So maybe you've gone through so much space of holding it all together that now, as you're an adult, you're emotionally just all over the place and you need to crumble. Your foundation needs to crumble so you can rebuild. Ooh, that was like a powerful message, my love. That was so strong. Ooh. Sometimes like you could just feel it. Like you could feel the flow of a reading. Okay. I'm going to pull from my Psychic Tarot. Let's see how this process will result for you. Emotional withdrawal. Spiritual strength. Balance and reversed. So during this process of healing, this is what you're going to be feeling. Emotional withdrawal. You may notice that you might be separating yourself from your social media or your friendship circles. You may not be feeling 100%, okay? That's natural. That is normal. Sometimes we have to separate ourselves so that we can go through our moment. I highly recommend, if you are going through that process of purging, that you do it alone, that you do it in a time when you can honor your space and yourself, okay? And then the spiritual strength is going to come up. You're going to notice that you're going to be going through a phase of needing your spirit guides or God or any kind of form of spiritual strength to get you through this process. This is where you don't do this alone. This is where you do reach out to God or your angels or your guides or your past loved ones or whoever, whatever, however you believe. This is where you reach out to your spiritual strength to help get you through this purging process. Okay. So it's not going to be easy. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be very emotional for you, but you need to go through that process of purging. Just like when drug addicts go through the process of withdrawals, they have to go through that to get that toxic stuff out of them. And then the balance card in reverse is popping up. So this is kind of saying during this process, you're not going to feel 100% grounded. I would be lying to you if I said you would. So the whole process is going to require you to really work on balancing yourself, keeping yourself level. And by that, it's like balancing your emotional, your mental, your physical, and just, in whatever way. So eating healthier foods, drinking lots of water while you're going through this process. If you work with crystals, maybe there's going to be certain crystals that are going to be sticking out to you that make you feel more balanced and strong. Maybe it's like with the emotional, it is doing activities that make you feel better when you're feeling all over the place. So reading a book or writing or coloring, whatever. But it's going to be up to you to maintain balance because you're going to be all over the place during this process. Okay, my love? So from the shadow aspect, what is the outcome of this whole situation? What is the outcome of your whole situation on the shadow side? We have the King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. So the process of this could be two individuals. Maybe there was two family members that are represented here. Okay. That Page of Pentacles could be you as a child, and this King of Swords could be the individual. Maybe it was an adult that you were dealing with. But what I'm seeing here with this combo is the King of Swords is all about honoring truth. Okay. You are protected. He's protected. He's in full-blown knight gear. Okay. So you're protected, and also honoring your mind. Protecting your mind and releasing that. And then also the Page of Pentacles is, the process of, taking an opportunity and running with it, planting seeds. I always see Pentacles as planting those seeds. So your darker aspect, your shadow self, is honoring your truth, but this is also maybe seeing yourself as a child, okay? And the more, the light side, the light outcome. I don't know how else to identify this. The light outcome, we were looking at the shadow. So this deck represents the childhood, the outcome of this. Three of Water. I love it. So the Three of Water or the Three of Cups is celebration. You will be, you'll get through this, my love. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to feel celebratory afterwards. You're going to feel release. You're going to feel a coming together, okay, with your heart, with your energies, with all of that. Feeling whole again, I feel, is what this card kind of represents. A lot of water vibes were coming out for you in the reading. So I do, like I said, I do feel like this is going to be a very emotional process for you, but you're going to get through this. And I would recommend doing it alone. I don't recommend doing this with someone else or other people as audience. You know, this is solely for you. And remember, this is not just a day process. This could take weeks. This could take months. I mean, if it doesn't matter how long it takes, really, to be honest. But don't expect this to be an overnight thing. Maybe it will be, but then maybe some stuff will come back, or you'll remember certain things that you have to tap into again. Don't rush the process, but take care of yourself at the same time, okay? So, my love, this concludes your mini reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap in for you. If you have any questions about your reading, please don't hesitate to email me, and I will respond as soon as I can. I wish you all of the best with your journey of healing, and I fully support you, and I just want to let you know that I think you are an amazing person and a strong person. And I give you so much props for being willing to dare go back into your past and to deal with some of this broken stuff, because it's not easy, my love. So I commend you, and I think that you're an amazing person, and I wish you all of the best. And with that, I will talk to you later. Bye, my love.